Hi everybody, Andy here with eTrailer.com, and today we're going to take a look at the SureCall Fusion4Home Max in-home cell phone signal booster with this directional antenna. If dropped or garbled calls keep you wandering around your home looking for a signal, this might be a good solution for you to consider. This cell phone signal booster improves weak cellular connections to nearby cell towers, improving call quality and internet speeds for multiple users. Another benefit is that it will preserve your phone battery because it's not struggling to find a signal. The extended range technology can reach cell towers twice as far compared to other boosters, so it's ideally suited for use in rural areas farther from the nearest cell phone tower. Now, the booster module works with all major North American carriers such as Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and US Cellular, and it is compatible with 3G, 4G, LTE, and 5G connections. Now, for this to work, you need to mount this exterior Yagi directional antenna to a vertical post with the included hardware, the included brackets and hardware. And this is going to be ideally at the highest point of your home, closest to a nearby cell tower. And then you're just going to point it at the nearest cell tower to capture the strongest signal. Cell phone signal boosters cannot provide connection if no signal is present. Generally, a cell tower will need to be at least 30 to 50 miles away. I measured this antenna earlier, and the overall length of the antenna is about 17.5 inches long. The overall height at the highest point here is right at 8.5 inches tall, and then the overall width is about 2.5 inches wide. This exterior antenna is going to connect to this outdoor booster to improve range. And this outside booster has an operating temperature of -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. And just let me go ahead and pull out my ruler here and give you some overall dimensions on this outside booster. Just to give you an idea of the size here, the overall height, we are sitting right at 7, looks like about 8 inches tall. And then looking at the width, we are sitting right at 5.25 inches wide. And then the depth, we are sitting right at 1 3/8 inches deep. So the LED indicators on the inside booster here is going to let you quickly check your booster status. Yellow lights indicate signal adjustment, and red lights are going to indicate possible reception issues and may require an antenna adjustment. The maximum signal boost is going to be 72 decibels. And again, just giving you an idea of how big this is, the overall height of the inside booster here, we are sitting right at about almost 8 inches, 7 7/8 inches tall. And then the overall width, we are sitting right at 5 inches wide. And then the overall depth, we are sitting right at 1.25 inches deep. So again, this is going to be the outside booster that you are going to mount with your external Yagi antenna. And then this is going to be the inside booster that you are going to mount inside of your home or wherever you're going to be using this system at. I do want to point out that it is normal for these boosters to become warm during operation. So you want to be mindful when you're placing it on any surface that might be affected by heat. Now, this interior panel antenna is going to broadcast to cover a 6,500 square foot home. And again, give you some measurements here that might prove helpful for you. Beginning to look at the overall height, not including the cable there, we are sitting right at about 8 inches tall, maybe a little over 8 and 1/8 inches tall. And then the overall width, We are sitting right at 7 inches wide. Then the overall thickness, we're going to be sitting right at 2 inches deep, it looks like. And this does come with hardware to mount on an interior wall. And so that's going to be included with this kit. Speaking of what is included, everything that you see here on the table before me is going to come with this system. You're going to get that exterior Yagi antenna with the hardware that I talked about earlier to mount this on like a post outside on top of your house or wherever you're going to be using this system. Then you're going to get that exterior booster, that exterior signal amplifier. Then you're going to get the interior Fusion4Home Max amplifier, the interior panel antenna, and then you are going to get the power supply for the inside booster. And by the way, this is going to use less than 25 watts of power. You are going to get cables here. You're going to get an exterior cable here. It runs about 75 feet long. And then the interior antenna cable. If I didn't mention that already, this is the exterior antenna cable. And then this is the interior antenna cable. And this is about 20 feet long. You're going to get several sets of instructions to highlight just about every part of this kit and then walk you through the installation process. And then again, hardware to install the antenna. And something else that I wanted to mention is before you use this system, you must register this with your wireless provider and have your provider's consent. Most providers consent to the use of signal boosters. Some providers may not consent to the use of this device on their network. The 4 largest carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and US Cellular, and more than 90 regional carriers have given blanket consent for use on all boosters certified to the new FCC standards. So all 4 major carriers do allow registration via online form. Well, that's going to conclude our look today. I do hope that it was helpful for you. Again, my name is Andy. Thank you for joining me.